Hi everyone, it's Jeannie with Moonlit Spa Creations. I wanted to jump on a video here and show you how I make soap. I've had a lot of customers ask me how I create my soap. So I made this video, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you would subscribe to my channel, I will be doing videos weekly on different how-tos and behind the scenes at Moonlit Spa Creation. So make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope you enjoy the video. All right, I am going to make a Good Morning Sunshine soap. And I'm going to start out with mixing the lye with water. 21 ounces of distilled water. All right. And I put that in this container here in case there's any issues with anything spilling, or I'm always afraid that when I put the lye in here that I'm going to get a hole in the container. So now I will I'm going to pour the lye in here, and for that I'm going to put the mask on. I already have my goggles on, see? Don't try this at home, kids. Actually, I like to wipe the top with a dryer sheet to get rid of any static. I'm actually gonna shake this a little bit over the garbage can. Because if there's static in it, what will happen is that when I pour it, the beads will start popping all over the place and it's just a big mess. You'll be very careful with lye. So I measure 7.7 ounces of the lye. Turn the fan on, I don't want it to blow the... And I'm going to mix this in here with the water. You always mix lye to water, never water to lye. And do it very slowly. And I always make sure I use the same containers for my lye mixing. Don't want to cross-contaminate anything. All right. The crazy thing is how hot this gets. $170 degrees. Isn't that crazy? So I just put that aside so that can cool down. I already have coconut oil, olive oil, palm oil, and cocoa butter. And I'm going to put this in the microwave to melt it up. And while that's doing that, I can mix my colors. So I just need a couple of tablespoons of rice bran oil. You can use an almond oil. I'm trying to keep this nut free though, in case anybody has allergies. So this is magenta mica. And this is a yellow Brazilian clay. Normally I use a yellow mica, but my jar is empty. So I'm going to use a yellow Brazilian clay. We'll see how that, hopefully that'll have a nice yellow. I love this magenta, it's so pretty. Set that aside. Break it up, stir it up. Break it up a little bit, and what I do is this oil and the lye need to be within 10 degrees of each other before I add them together, and I usually like it around 100 degrees for both of them if I can. So that's why I pour the lye first. I just let it cool. So if I take this one, temperature, this one is 107 right now. But if I put it in the microwave for 1 more minute, hopefully I time it right and it'll cool to the same temperature as the lye at the same time. Alright, so we got that going on. I'm gonna measure out my essential oils. So Good Morning Sunshine has peppermint, rosemary, and lavender. Put my glasses on so I can see my recipe here. I have these cure cards. Each batch of soap has its own cure card. What's in it, what colors, what type of design I'm doing on it. And then I put the date after a day when it has to set in the mold. And after I cut it, the first cut, I'll put the date and the weight of that one cut. And when the soap stops losing weight, basically, then it's ready. It's cured. It usually takes about 4 weeks. All right, so I need 0.5 of lavender. Yes, I go through a lot of paper towel. It actually went to 0.6. Rosemary is also 0.5. And peppermint is 1.4. That's in ounces. When I try to put in 2.4 ounces of essential oils for 56 ounces of oils. So I'll stir that up a bit. Take another little smell. It smells awesome. And I'm going to set that aside. And that spoon's going to fall out. Alright, so I am done with my scale. that out of the way. And put my mask on for a second. I want to stir the lye. It's 153. And these are looking good, this oil. A little clump there, but that'll melt. And this is at 132. So we got a little bit of time to wait on these two. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is line my mold. So I just line it with parchment paper. You don't want to make it too tight. You gotta, so it has some give when I pour the soap in. I'll put a couple on there. Sometimes I would tape it, but the tape pops up. All right, so there we go. That's all lined. Makes it easy cleanup, easy to pull the soap out of the mold after I pour it. So the oils are 123, and the lye is 141. So I am ready to go, except for this important part. So I will pause the video and come back when the lye is cooler. All right, I'm back. I think these have cooled down a little bit. It's at 110. It's at 121. So I am going to go ahead and mix them. So what I do is I mix the lye in to the oils very slowly. And try and keep out as many bubbles as possible. Forgot to do one thing. I didn't put my goggles on. I had my glasses on, not my goggles. Not good. Alright. So then I just keep stirring it, mixing it until it saponifies, which is kind of like a pudding. It needs to get to like a pudding texture. So when I pick this up and there's lines on the top, you know, like you would have with a pudding or something, then it'll be ready for me to put my essential oils in. It's getting there. I'm going to do a light trace. Because when I add the essential oils, sometimes it seizes up, which it might do with the peppermint. My battery's running out. I gotta get this done. Split this up for my colors while it's still at a light trace. That way it's easier to pour. So this is called an in the pot swirl. You hit 4 spots high, so it goes down in the pot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I go in the same spot or not. Yeah, I think so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go closer to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the same thing with the magenta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I take the spatula and I swirl it around in the pot. See if I can do this without dropping my phone in the pot. And the trick is not to do it too many times. All right, that's it. And now I pour it in the mold, and as I pour it in the mold, it's gonna swirl a little bit more. This looks like applesauce, doesn't it? What I can do is I can make a fun design on top if I want. So what I will do is I'll put some of this on top. And get the bubbles out. And I take the stick and I'll do like a figure 8 through it. And I'll get that through it. Try and pull some of this pink to the other side. Have some time to play with this, so let's see what I can do. I did one the other day. I didn't like how it turned out, so I ended up just kind of cleaning off the top, and then once it cures, I'm just going to plane the top off a little more to make it smooth. I just didn't like how it looked. So that. Take this back and I'm going to see what I can do here. I'm going to pull it through. Alright, there we go. I'll spray it with some isopropyl alcohol so that it doesn't get ashy on the top. And then I put it to bed for 24 hours. I'll put a piece of cardboard over the top, and I put a towel over that so it doesn't cool down too fast. and then I'll come back in 24 hours, take it out of the mold, and cut it. So there you go. Good Morning Sunshine with lavender, rosemary, and peppermint. It'll be ready in 4 weeks. All right, there we go. It's been a little less than 24 hours. It's still pretty soft. So I am going to take it out of the mold and see if it's ready to cut. If it's too soft, I'm not going to be able to cut it. Put my gloves on because it's not totally safe yet to handle with bare hands. Yeah, I can already tell. That's going to be too soft to cut yet. So I am going to leave that set for another day, and I will come back tomorrow, and I should be able to cut it. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this tray. There we go, and I will cut tomorrow. See you back here tomorrow. This is the Good Morning Sunshine soap. I do believe it's ready to cut. Not too soft. You don't want to cut it when it's too soft. So there's the first cut. Smells amazing. Isn't that pretty? Once these are cured, they will be around 4.5 ounces each. And I sell all my soap for $8 a bar. This is what natural soap. This is how you make all natural soap. That's very moisturizing, good for your skin. And the bar will last you a long time if you keep it out of, let it dry in the soap dish between using it. Don't let it sit in a soap dish of soapiness and wet. Make sure you drain your soap dish or have a good draining soap dish. What I'll do after these have cured is I will trim up the sides to make it look prettier. And then I will shrink wrap it and label it so everyone knows the ingredients that are in it in case there's any allergy issues. See, these aren't perfect. Keep saying I'm going to get a bud cutter one of these years, which will cut all of them at one time. So there we go. Good Morning Sunshine all cut up. And what I'll do is I will pick one bar. I usually pick the first one. And I will weigh this one. And I will continue weighing it once or twice a week. And when it has stopped losing weight, then it'll be cured. So that'll be about 4 weeks. So there we go. Look for it on my website, Moonlit Spa Creations.